Hey, GetFox here. Today we're going to do a review of the limited Drew Brees card. He's going for about $475 on the Xbox One right now. Let's take a gander through his stats. Speed. Let's compare to Randall Cunningham. So he's not a scrambling quarterback. 75 speed, can do a little bit of damage, not a ton. Throwing power, 93. It's, top 10, 15 quarterback for that throwing power. There's a couple doubles. So let's say top 10 if you don't include the doubles for the quarterback's throwing power in the game. Throw short, medium. So we're going to kind of be like a check down king with this guy. Throw deep, 92. So, he's really not like a stretch the field type quarterback. He's much more of a, West Coast type play action, that kind of stuff. Throwing the runs, 89. So a little bit less than we'd want it to be to really be a scrambling. But then again, his role as a pocket passer to find the gaps in defenses. That's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it short, get it to our receivers, and hopefully they can make some plays for us. So that's how we're going to evaluate him. He's not an everything quarterback since he really can't do everything. I mean, that's just tautology right there as we throw a pick to a well-placed user. So the QB style's pocket, senses pressure, ideal, forces passes, ideal, throws tight spiral, and that's kind of what I wanted to show right there, that play for his carrying, 70 carrying. He will, and as I was just talking about, he's not a great deep quarterback. I throw a one-play touchdown. So he will fumble when he takes hit. He isn't great, getting off of or eluding hit, elusiveness at 32, trucking 32. So he's not anything, how I'd say, spectacular at shedding tackles. If you get hit by a defensive lineman or linebacker or corner, really anything, you're going down hard and potentially turning the ball over. So try and get the ball out quick. Don't try to get too many long developing routes. Throw a lot of drags, slants, this kind of stuff as we just go to a long developing route. And it actually ends up getting picked off. Luckily, they're out of bounds. So a clutch, yes. Throws ball away, yes. That doesn't matter. Throws tight spiral, yes. So Brees has the ideal traits for a quarterback. And you hear a lot of people saying how good Drew Brees has been for them this year. The Football Outsider, that's not a card I use. He just threaded the freaking needle there. That looked like could have been or probably should have been a pick by two defenders, but oh boy, was that just beautiful. That 98 throw medium, throw short coming to save our behind. So if you stay in the pocket, don't scramble a ton. I don't love just pocket passers because I do feel like I'm running for my life a lot of times in Madden Online with the edge pressures as we kind of just, miss time our high points. I got to get a better high point at the back of the end zone because it looks like it feels like when they scramble is there his lack of scramble. But like it looks like when the routes break down, it kind of gets a little screwy here as we throw it. Oh, Andre catches it in traffic. So beautiful thread in the needle as we get the little nano detection there. As we look at Brees, I mean, what else is there to say about this card? You can't look at awareness because that doesn't do anything. And unfortunately, it's just really high. I like quarterbacks with low awareness because it means nothing, but it inflates their overall. So helps us basically get a cheaper quarterback that's going to be a better performing one. But anyways, that's it. What's happening. The best plays that you see that I'm running, except for the one-play touchdowns, are these short jabs where my guys are just making plays on their own. There's a deep throw. Brees isn't a deep thrower. That was just a bad animation we got for Fitz. So you got to really stick to your kind of play style here. If you want somebody that's chucking it deep a little bit better, the Rodgers, a lot of people hate the Favre, but I'd say the Rodgers is still like the gold standard for quarterbacks in this game. A lot of people like that. I mean, if you could afford, Brady's, those top-end Brady's are really good. But Stafford has got better throw power. I like the Stafford card. How would I compare the two? With the exception of like one bad miss that you will see, I don't know. Derek Carr threw a couple more missed passes for me than this Brees is, but he's better at like eluding tackles in the pocket, better at kind of elusiveness. So, but amongst pocket passers, I still think Tom Brady is number one because 75 speed is good on Brees. It feels kind of like a tweener almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's good, but not great, so you can't really use him as a scrambler. But then again, I saw Favre. He's also got 75 speed. He did do some good scrambles for me before, so I could be speaking a little bit out of turn here. Just seems like Brees isn't great outside the pocket. But it depends. Like, if you need a guy that's going to complete passes over and over for you, put him on the money, short and medium, this is the guy to get. I do really like this Brees cards there. We're just making more plays down the field. Get it to your shifty guys, your Tavon Austins. Get it out in the flat. Doesn't cost a lot of coins, but can really elude some tackles, get that speed. Gonna get the Deons here, get drag routes, out routes, bench routes, those kind of things. As we look for Graham, and there was the overthrow. Now, that could have been a user mistake on Graham's part. Maybe I cut him too short, but dude is tall as a freaking giraffe. I don't know how he missed it. Just an overthrow bad on Breeze's part. But like, say, versus that Carson Palmer that came out Thursday, this Breeze I like a lot more. Here we're going deep. Look at how short that release is, too. That's something I should talk about this Breeze a little bit. His release felt short also. Like, that deep throw, like, that was just quick. Like, a lot of people, like, you see Roethlisberger's deep throw where he kind of, like, heaves back before he chucks it up deep. A lot of guys have that. Like, Cunningham's got that deep throw, but that was like a flick of the wrist, and he was throwing it, 40 to 50 yards. So that is something, a huge benefit, that we saw with the gunslinger trait. So it does feel like Breeze has a pretty good release, a very good motion there out of the pocket. So yeah, I would say besides for Brady, this is the second best pocket passing quarterback. He is going for quite a bit of coin at 475, and whether that's worth it is up to you. But for the quarterback, for what he does, he's near flawless. I love this card. Little pricey though. So with price, I'll give him a 9.1. Without price, he's like a 9.5. So thanks for watching Call to Action. I will see you tomorrow.